Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be doing a mini what's new on DragonBones Pro 5.5. Now this is a feature that will come into 5.6, so for the time being, for this to work, we're going to do some text editing on our HTML documents. So just to give an overall perspective of what this is about, this update is about integration with Wixsite.com. Now, if you guys haven't heard about it before, Wixsite is a platform where you can create free websites. Just quickly looking at mine here, got some files open there already. If I look at this website here and I preview it, we can actually see that this website has been built. And on the bottom here, I've already got the HTML code inserted and actually working with Wixsite quite perfectly. But later I'll show you guys the final build, or I'll just post a link in the description. So to just quickly look at HTML document that's been exported from DragonBones Pro. The problem was that when exported, it used to export with the JavaScript files at a HTTP location. Now, unfortunately, with Wixsite, HTTP is not allowed. So the update is to do with your HTML file, where the library files for the JavaScripts has been stored in a HTTPS location. Now this is done by DragonBones on request, just expressing some concerns with them, and I actually went ahead and populated this in the last month, which is actually quite exciting. So to look at the build that I've got here, it's quite a simple build of sprockets just revolving around each other, displaying this over 120 frames. You can see that it's not much to it, it's quite a simple animation. But once I go to the export option, Control E, to the HTML page, I'm going to switch this to publish, and I'm going to make sure that no scale is on. Obviously you can play around with the rest of them, uniform scale to show all, or whatever the case might be. I'm just going to leave it no scale and play it with it like that. It's going to save it my website build folder for the project name Gears. So I'm going to say finish, it's going to run through this, I'm going to say confirm, and I'm going to open up that folder for you guys, the Gears HTML file. Just open with Google Chrome, so you can actually have a look in the background of this. Now, if you want to open this up from Google Chrome, it's Control U. I think in Internet Explorer exactly the same, but you can Google those keys. I will however put a quick link for Firefox, Chrome, Internet Explorer, and Torch. Torch should be the same as Chrome, as it is the same Explorer essentially. Internet Explorer. And what we're going to look at editing in this file, if you just have a quick look, is this portion here, which hosts all of the storage locations for the JavaScripts. In order for me to do that, I'm just going to select anywhere within this document, press Ctrl A to select all of them, Ctrl C to copy it, and head over to a text document where I'm just going to paste it into this file. Just scrolling up to exactly the same part that I've highlighted, we can see we've got models file start and all of this pretty information here. Looking at the DragonBones intro, which has been edited by DragonBones itself once I sent them to them this morning. It actually took about 5 to 10 minutes to respond, which is quite quick, and they gave me these new files here, which I can simply Control C, copy, and paste over that scripting there. And that's essentially all I need to do. I will however paste this in the description of this video, and you guys can have a look at that. So I'm going to say Control A, Control C, this entire document here, go to Wix editor, and obviously exit, or go back to my editor and just add from more option my HTML coding. It's going to drop it down here, and I'm just going to place it sort of in here and just stretch it until I think the entire animation should populate. Going to enter the code with the command there, and on the option for code where it says add your code here, in brackets HTTPS only, and they make it quite apparent, I'm just going to press Ctrl V, wait for the loading, and say update. Once that is done, I can close that, and it'll actually bring that display into this little box here, which is rather quite cool and very easy if you don't understand coding at all, because we have DragonBones, which creates animations, and automatically they create a HTML code which you can paste into your website builder. Now, obviously, looking at other website builders, like for instance, I think it's WordPress the professional one, you work a lot more with coding. But for Wixsite, you can actually use DragonBones animations and just place it in here. Just quickly looking at this, the benefit of that. So, for instance, between a GIF and a HTML document, if I export this as a GIF or GIF into that same folder, same frame per second, there might be a little bit more. I'm going to say yes, finish. Might take a little bit longer to actually create this. So let's give it a few seconds. Oh, score 2 minutes. I'll skip ahead for that and just show you guys the exported size a bit later. But that should be around 10 times bigger than the HTML file. So you'll definitely save on size there. Overall, very easy, very effective, and definitely will be populated into the new build for DragonBones Pro 5.6, which should, I don't know when, but it's gonna come soon. And if I view the site, you can see there my logo alerts with 3 tricks for everyone. This little bar here, which is loading bar or progress bar, or even under construction. And going down, obviously, if you'd like to support me, you can go hit on the donate button there, which is for PayPal. Going a little bit further down, we can actually see that my DragonBones Pro intro has been loaded here successfully as well. Now, this page will obviously edit as time progresses, so once you see this, you probably won't see the same page, and there will probably a lot more information on this. So just to look here quickly, we can actually see that my GIF file has been created, and it's a total of 9 megabytes, whereas the HTML document is 290 kilobytes. So that's drastic change in file size, and definitely will speed up the loading times for that file specifically. If we look at the other few things to note on the HTML document in terms of limitations, you do not have the option for removing the background. So it's definitely not a PNG image or PNG HTML document. However, I did notice in the test site from DragonBones that they did have transparency on the HTML document. So that might be a new thing in the 5.6 release. So that's definitely something to watch out for, and I'll definitely keep you guys updated on that. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this, please like. If you would like to see more, please subscribe, and if you think this update is very, very, very well done and very needed, and then please post a comment and say why.